Hey everyone! So I've been on kind of a travel kick lately. I've been watching all these videos and reading blogs and reading how to pack and where to go and the best place to go places for cheap, so I thought I'd bring you a travel video today. So I figure I'm kind of an expert on this because I flew to 4 different places last year, so I kind of know what I'm talking about now. Sure. So this video is just going to kind of be tips and observations from me, from my personal experience traveling, and a lot of these are my own personal opinions. If they don't work for you, then that's totally fine, but I just thought I'd bring this to you because I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I thought of a whole bunch of different things to tell you, so here we go. First things first is plan ahead. This is super important, I think, and that is know where you're going and how you're getting there. How are you getting to the airport? How are you getting from the airport to your hotel or wherever you're staying? Make sure that you have all the documents you need, all your boarding passes. Make sure you buy everything you need to pack before the night before you leave. You don't want to be panicking, running out to the store because you forgot your little 2-ounce shampoo container, which you need when you travel, which is silly. I'm huge on this because I am really organized and that sort of thing. I get lists and pages and all this kind of stuff to make sure that I have everything I need like weeks before I go, and then by the time I start packing, it's super easy to just kind of throw everything in the bag and know exactly what's there and what I need and all that sort of stuff. Number 2 is give yourself time to get where you need to go. So if you need to board a flight at 10 in the morning, don't leave so that you'll get there at 9:30. Like, make sure you give yourself lots of time. If you end up in the airport early, that's fine. Just kind of wander around, get a coffee, get something to read if you forgot to pack a book, and just kind of relax before you get on your flight. The third thing that I think is really important is know where you're going once you get to the airport. I think it's important to find your gate before you do any of the exploring I just talked about, so that by the time it comes to boarding calls and stuff, you're not running around trying to find where you're supposed to be. You already know where to go, and then you can just go there. One of the next big obstacles in the airport is security, and oh my gosh, security is such a hassle, but if you know what you're doing and you know what needs to be taken out of your bag, what can be left in, if you need to take off your shoes, because some places make you take off your shoes and some places don't, and if you're wearing a belt, if you have anything in your pockets, know all of that ahead of time so that when you get up there, you can just like toss everything in the bin and go through and be fine, and you will make everybody's life so much easier, especially the people behind you, because you know the people that you give the looks to when you're in the security line who are sitting there, oh, I forgot I had my keys, or oh, I'm not supposed to wear a belt, and you're just sitting there thinking, you're an idiot. You don't want to be that person. So make sure you know what you're doing before you get into the security line. Another thing that makes my travel life a lot easier is make sure you have a lot of things to keep you busy on the plane. A lot of the time, planes don't have like power outlets or anything, so if your laptop isn't very good on batteries like mine is, it'll die during the flight if you're going anywhere over like an hour and a half. Make sure you have like an iPhone or a tablet or a book, because books don't have batteries, and it'll make your flight go a lot faster and it'll keep you more relaxed while you're flying. Speaking of flying, one of my biggest pet peeves is when you're trying to sleep and someone interrupts you sleeping, and you don't want to be that person again. And I know a lot of people aren't, and you know, when someone's sleeping, you just let them be. But this is something that happened to me on my last flight, and it is the most annoying thing ever. So what are you traveling for? What? Oh, this thing. Is my monitor too bright, or do you want me to turn it down or anything? No, it's fine. No, it's fine. So have you ever flown with this airline before? Oh yeah, they're great. So if people are sleeping, just let them sleep. So once you get where you need to go, the thing that I find most helpful is if you just take a walk around and kind of get oriented with your area. If you don't want to take a walk, if you're tired from your traveling, just hop on Google Maps or something. But it's really nice to know like what food's around you, or if there's any shopping or little stores or places to go, like do things like bars or clubs. It's really cool to know those things when you first get somewhere, so that if you need anything or if you want to go out somewhere, you already know kind of what's out there and you don't need to waste time figuring it out when you already want to go. When I go to conventions, this is especially important, but it's important for any kind of vacation, I think, is when you get to your hotel, find a store and go buy some snacks. Get some water bottles and some juice and some fruit for breakfast, because if your hotel, especially if it doesn't have continental breakfast, it's expensive to eat out or eat breakfast. It's like $12 a meal. So if you have just little snacks, you can just grab them and go if you're off somewhere. And then it saves you a lot of money in the long run. Instead of paying like $12 a meal, like I said, you're paying like $5 for a bag of apples and it'll last you the entire week for breakfast if, you know, you like fruit. If not, then you can get like little yogurts and stuff. Most hotel rooms have fridges and whatever. You can keep some stuff cold. Buy some cereal and milk. That can always be good too. And my last piece of advice is try not to think about going home while you're on vacation, because that just makes you really sad. Try and enjoy the moment and enjoy where you are right now, and don't think about work or deadlines or anything that happens when you go home. Just enjoy where you are and what you're doing and just have a great time. And before you know it, you will have to go home. But if you don't think about it for the 5 or 6 days you're away, then it's not as much of like a sadness buildup. It's more of like a, oh right, I have to go home today. Just really enjoy the moment and enjoy what you're doing, and you will have an awesome vacation. So those are my tips. Sorry if they're a little bit kind of random and sporadic and whatever. I wrote them all down while I was in class today, which I'm an awesome student. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below with any travel tips that you have that I might have missed out on. So I will see you next time. Bye!